All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to the one called God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, well, with another video to edify. And basically, what it is we're coming down to the wire where it's about to get real tough, right? We spoke of these days. We told the people that they were going to go through them, but at the same time, the scriptures tell you the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So the upright, brothers that are doing this thing in truth and sincerity, we're going to go through it as well, right? This is not something that we preached that we weren't going to have a testimony in, right? Esau's rolling, mandates coming down, right? Legislation in order to persecute us according for the word's sake, legit for the Bible, or having the knowledge of the scriptures, speaking the knowledge of the scriptures. These things are all being played out right now, right? And it talks about that in Matthew's, right? So this is Matthew's 7 and 7 and 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." Right? It says, "But strait is the gate, and narrow is the way that leadeth to unto life, and few there be that find it." Right? So that's straight. Let's go to that word. Right, and these are things to start wrapping your mind around now, right? These are things to start wrapping your mind around, because it basically it's like in the world when I play ball, you have walkthroughs, right? College, you get your walkthrough on Friday, Saturday you got the ball, you got the game, right? So the walkthrough is what allows you to go through the game with a more calm demeanor, right? So the word straight is stenos, which means narrow, straight. It says probably from the base, standing close. Let's go to the etymology. It says narrow, confined space or place, specifically of bodies of water. Narrow pass, difficult, sense of difficulty, polite, right? Straight, narrow. So it's a position, a difficulty, right? So it says enter in at that difficult gate, right? For narrow is the way that leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. But that broad gate is there, right? So to enter into this thing in this time, we're gonna have to go through that straight gate. It's nothing that you can do to get away from it, man. Right? This is what was meant for us, right? Yeah, what did it say? First Peter 4:1, it says, "For as much then as a Mashiach suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind, for he that had suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of this time in the flesh to the lust of man, but to the will of the Most High." Right? So arm yourself with that same mind. The straight gate is something we got to go through, right? This is, it said, this is First Thessalonians 3 and 3. It says that no man be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. Right? So that straight gate, that position of difficulty is something that we're appointed unto. The Lord said this is what you got to do. Right? There's no getting around it. Right? This is what it means by putting off the weak natured, wrapping your mind around the fact that this devil's gonna roll and say all types of BS, lie, because he has nothing else on brothers. Because all brothers do is go on the word, preach what's written in the scriptures, right? Go home and go to work. So what? He's gotta have to lie to try to get something on this, but he's gonna fail. But you got to have a mindset to go through that and still have the righteousness, which is of the faith of Yahweh Shai, man. Knowing that you did all that you could. Right? This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Right? And what is one thing that a sacrifice had to have? According to the scriptures, it had to be without blemish, right? So when things get hard, you ain't coming around food that much, and some pork come into your view, you don't go over there and eat it because, oh, you ain't had, food's not as easily available as it once was. So you start thinking in a carnal mind, in a wicked way, say, oh man, the Lord provided, and it's some fucking pork. No, that's the battle to keep your vessel holy and clean, even in those troubles, man. That's the battle, right? That's presenting your body a living sacrifice that nothing is going to hinder you from keeping your sacrifice clean and without blemish unto the Heavenly Father. That's walking that straight and narrow, man. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, right? So this is what you got to have in your mindset, man. So you can prove what's good and acceptable unto the Most High. Because these people in the world, they don't know that, man. Right? They don't know what it means to say a word and keep it. This is Psalms 15. I'll start at 1 and I'll jump down. It says, Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? It says, verse 4. It says, in whose eyes the vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear Yahweh. He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. Those are the ones that are going to abide in the holy hill, right? But you made a vow when you came into this thing that you understood that the Lord laid down his life for you to get this opportunity, and that you yourself are going to have to go through whatever is going to pop up to get what? Right to the kingdom of heaven. Let me get that. This is Salakia. There's one where it says that you may have a right. Yes, Revelation 22. And 14, it says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. You see? So you staying blameless, you staying righteous through all of it is part of your sacrifice. You keeping the commandments to death, right? Doing your best in this thing is part of your sacrifice that you can have right to the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? But that's part of your vow, right? You can't change up on that vow, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 18 and 22. It says, "Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not unto death to be justified." Right? So you need no matter what, you pay this debt, man. The Lord paid his debt for you. The Lord did everything he could to give you the perfect opportunity to show the Lord that you deserve to be with him. And the Lord has predestinated men to be that because there's an election. But at the end of the day, the election understands that they're going to try to prove themselves to the Heavenly Father. It says, "No, you not your own selves. Prove you your own selves, man." This is, Acts 14 and 22, yeah. It says, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven." You see? Through much tribulation. That's that straight gate. That's part of that sacrifice to go through the fire, man. Right? Through much tribulation, you're going to get there. And niggas in the world don't understand that sacrifice. Because the only thing that they apply their mind to understand is a sacrifice for money. Right? These niggas will lose sleep in the world. They'll lose sleep, chasing a damn dream. They'll be up 3-4 days doing the same bullshit, chasing a frivolous, fleeting dream. Right? And in its truth, you need to have a fervency greater than that towards a higher goal, man. Right? Because you're going to have to go through hell to get what we want, which is what? The rulership, power over all of the heathen, man. Dominion. 2 Ezra 7 and 3, it says, "And I said, speak on my power. It says, then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set up upon a broad field, and is full of all good things." Right? Going into the kingdom of heaven. New Jerusalem. It says the entrance thereof is narrow, right? But narrow is the way, right? It says the entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall. We're coming into that time where this path is about to get real narrow, man. And we're gonna be consistently looking in the face of that danger that's made for us to fall, like as if it were a fire on the right hand, and on the left hand, and on the left a deep water going into the second and the first depth. The first depth was a drowning. The second was the fire. Right? It says, "And one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If the city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass through the danger set before it, the straightness," right? That position of difficulty, "how shall he receive this inheritance?" Right? You don't have to go to hell to get the kingdom, man, but that's part of your reasonable service. That's part of your sacrifice. That's that straight gate, right? To get you up to the broad, man. But no matter what this devil pulls out, hold fast, man. No matter how much money you making at your goddamn job, when the dollar crashes, everybody gonna be the same. This devil's working on fucking automating well over 70% of all businesses. Right? There's no longer going to be private ownership of anything, according to this devil's plan. So why the hell would you hold on to it? These are things to have your mind on, man, and to push you towards, that push you towards having a mindset to do that reasonable service, man. Because a little sacrifice here, man, is like the scriptures say. Uh, uh, Nothing shall be compared to what we shall receive. Roughly paraphrasing, right? But Lord willing, I was edify them to say, call hello, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Rakakadash. Shalom.